English 1000, Essay 4 Reflection. So for starters, I did my Essay 4 on a movie called War for the Planet of the Apes by Matt Reeves. So for the first question, on what basis did you choose your topic for this review? Assess your interest or connection with this work after completing your review. So War for Planet of the Apes, I was always a fan of Planet of the Apes since maybe like 2016. The first movie in the trilogy came out in 2011. The second movie came out 2014. Then the third movie came out 2017. I remember being excited to go watch in the theaters, and after I watched it, it quickly became like my favorite movie. It's not my favorite movie right now, but it's definitely like still top five movies like I've ever watched. So when Professor Ward said pick a movie that you like want to write about, I picked this movie just because I know a lot about the trilogy. I know a lot about the actor like Andy Serkis himself, and I thought it'd be like very easy for me to write about, and like I can connect with it. I can resonate with it on a deeper level, and I can also like critique it because there are like a few things in the movie that it's like any movie. Like no movie's perfect, but this movie was like a really good movie in my opinion, and that's the main reason I chose it. For the second question, what was your evaluation and thesis? Was your evaluation? I can't read. Was your evaluation and thesis obvious from the beginning, or did you have to consider this more before formulating both? No, not no. Meaning like I didn't have to think about it. I knew exactly what it was about. Um, War for Planet of the Apes is about mainly emotion and cinematography. Cinematography being like the motion capture and how the visual effects were. And I say emotion because obviously, like as I detailed in my essay, Caesar's family got killed, and that pretty much drove the entire story. So I really like I watched the movie probably at least like half a dozen times by now, so I knew like what it was about. I understood it very well. So my thesis, I already like my thesis, meaning like what the essay gonna be about, right? I already knew what it was gonna be about. I didn't have to think about that at all. That's really the main reason why I chose it because emotion is what this movie is all about. So that's why it was so easy for me to just write about this. Um, yeah. So third question: what was easy about composing your essay? What was difficult, and why? Easy part, like I just said, just just the flow of everything. Like I remember, I like sat down and I wrote like my draft was 1,800 words. I did that in like 3 hours, which is I guess kind of a lot, but for me it wasn't like a big deal just because I like had a lot to say about this movie. So the draft was probably the easy part, and then the more difficult part was after meeting with Professor Ward, the like what she had said about composing everything, like all the information. That was kind of difficult part because I loved the movie so much. I didn't really want to leave anything out, but I did know in my head, like even when I was writing the draft, I knew like it was gonna be too much information. So I guess that was the difficult part. Um, Question four: discuss how you revise your essay from the first to final draft. What peer instructor feedback did you receive or incorporate? So for the peer review, everybody the two people who reviewed it, they didn't watch the movie, so they didn't. So they actually liked how I was explaining everything like to them because it like helped paint a picture in their head. So that was the peer review part. But then the instructor feedback, Professor Orr was just saying, just like compose everything, make it more so about the prompt, like what I talked about my thesis, and relate the essay more to that instead of just giving a summary. So that's the instructor review that I incorporated in the final draft. And then last question: what would you do differently if you could start over again? And if you were delivering your review in video format, what would you change and why? Um, if I could start over, I honestly wouldn't change anything. Just because I feel like it's better to have a lot and then um what's the word, compartmentalize it instead of having like a little and then trying to write a lot. Like I feel like it's a lot harder to do that. So I wouldn't really change anything. Um, but if I had to, I guess like to answer the question, if I had to, I'd probably just write a little bit less. Like I do understand that a lot of information wasn't necessary and it wasn't needed. I was like kind of rambling for a minute, But like when you're passionate about something, like you're gonna just ramble a little bit. So yeah, that's what I changed. Just like maybe dumb it down a little more. Just focus more on the important aspects, basically. But yeah, that's essay for reflection.